Welcome to another episode of Spirit Juice No Additive with Edward. We have amassed, let's see, eight new subscribers. We are at 271 in the last 10 hours of a post. My goodness, it just takes one post and we get the subscribers. Remember to like, share, and subscribe this video. I am so humble. I cannot tell you enough how humble I am. We moving up slowly, but hey, surely. So anybody that got a problem with that, gotta see me. No, I'm just happy. There was some comments being made in the comment section of my last. The guardianship was Wendy's plan to get to the bag or to protect the bag. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for all our latest posts. Well, people wonder where you get your information from, and while making Kevin look like a savior, some people live in denial. Okay, what to what is obvious. Okay, now I am a behavioral health counselor, so I went to school to study behavior, and behavior is very indicative of who we are as a people. You know, we operate a certain way because our behaviors dictate the type of experiences that we've had and the type of people that we are. So all you have to do is lend yourself to the behaviors. Kevin is a bully. Wendy is a bully. And they getting their just dessert. Okay? Wendy is destroying herself to get back at Kevin. That is just how manipulative and deceitful she is. She wants Kevin to suffer. And in the mainstreams of things, her son is also suffering because he's not getting what he needs to go to school. I have a position on that as well. Even though somebody said, well, he grew up in a lifestyle that he's accustomed to, and that lifestyle, it's not continuing. They done cut it off. Wendy has cut it off. A conservatorship, a guardianship has to be initiated by a person that is concerned about another person, or the person themselves that is concerned about themselves. So Wendy initiated this conservatorship. She initiated this guardianship because she knew her bully that she got to bully and protect herself will get to the bag. It's obvious. The behavior is indicative of that. Wendy don't want to lose her money behind the fact that she lost her man, behind the fact of another woman who had a baby while they were still married. Wendy is seething. Okay? She does not want Kevin to win all of what she has worked so hard to accomplish. She lost enough. Kevin got whole babies. Okay? He got a whole woman. He was using Wendy's money to take care of them for years. For years. And I don't have to know Wendy to know that. It was posted everywhere. She made a comment on anybody that's questioning the facts over here doesn't pay attention to Wendy. Wendy is one of my favorite TV personalities. Okay, so I watch everything she does, and I listen to everything she does. She says she has been very vocal about being bullied growing up because of her weight. She was bullied by her own parents because of her weight. Okay, she turned into the bully that was bullying her. But she needed a bully because she don't have the backbone. She's not a fighter. She made, just for an example, she made a post about this, I forget the name of the group, but she was making comments about them on her radio show. Those girls came up to the radio show and waited outside for Wendy. And Kevin drove up. And this is at the beginning of their relationship. This is how I know that she needed Kevin to stand in between her mouth and the people she was talking about. Now, you're going to run your mouth. You got to have something to back it up with, okay? Wendy didn't have nothing to back it up with. She could barely stand on her own 2 feet, okay? Look at her. My goodness. And people ignore it. That's how deep in denial people is. They have this facade of a certain person, and they refuse in the face of facts to believe what's right, staring them right in the face. My mom taught me when somebody is wrong, tell them they're wrong. Don't try to look stupid trying to make them right. If they're wrong, they're wrong. Don't make excuses for a person that is wrong. In order to be right, you have to know you're wrong. That makes sense to me. So when you question what's being said over here, there's nothing malicious over here. It's just all observation. Behavioral observation. Wendy was bullied. And sometimes bullying take an effect where some people can rise above bullying and be successful and not let that hinder them. Then there's people like Wendy who could be successful but still have that envy and that hate in her heart towards the people that bullied her. And subconsciously or consciously, she's doing the same thing that happened to her. So it's not that we trying to create something that ain't there. It's just looking at what is there and what's being posted. Now, if all you do is watch the Wendy show and don't watch her posts, because she has a lot of them, she loves to post after her show, and that's telling of the person that she is. Wendy has been very honest about being bullied. She's been very honest about the purpose that Kevin served as a bully to those who bully her. She said it out her own mouth. I'm not making it up. That's what she said. So you know what? Kevin is going back to the trough. You know why? Because a bully needs to get their way. He's not getting his way. The judge said no. Now, had there been no guardianship, had there been no conservatorship, just like the Britney Spears thing, her father asked for the conservatorship. Somebody has to ask for it because they love this person. They see behaviors that makes them vulnerable. So they go before the court and say, hey, cease and desist their access to their funds. Wendy did that. Yes, she did that because she knew her bully, who has been bullying her all these years to make money, would take it. She has not been able to stand up to Kevin. In the face of him having a relationship and paying for this relationship out of her own money, she still stayed with him. It was not until there was a baby in the picture that she had a problem with everything. That was the one exception. But then also, too, she spoke about her previous husband, the one that she had before Kevin, and how she alienated herself because she was in the throes of her addiction. She would isolate herself from him. She wouldn't have sex with him. She wouldn't be in a normal functioning relationship with him because she was preoccupied with using her drugs. She said that. I didn't say that. She said that. So you can imagine a drug addict is always a drug addict. It's always a drug addict. Drug addict is always a drug addict. It's just by the grace of God that you get through one day at a time without using. But that monkey is still lurking and trying to jump on that back and pull you back in. Wendy has been very vocal about her relapses and her going back and forth in her drug addiction. If it wasn't for Kevin, more money. That is not something I have to know Wendy for. That's not something I have to know Kevin for. That is behavior that is indicative of addiction. Okay? So don't get in the comment section talking recklessly and all of that. I mean, if you know anything about behavior, I went and studied 4 years and got a degree. So I watched behaviors. I have since I was a young kid growing up in Chicago. So I know what a horse look like. I know what a duck quack like. I know what it is. Okay? So now Kevin is not getting his way. The judge has ruled without prejudice, which means that he can come back to the trough as many times as he wants to until a judge rule with prejudice, saying that you cannot bring this issue back into this court of law. Okay, so it's over with. It's been decided. You're cut off. Go get a job. And this is what's going to happen in the next episode. Kevin is not going to win this because Kevin left the marriage long time ago. It is a proven fact that he has had this relationship with Serena for years and over a decade. It has been documented that he has a child with Serena while he was in the marriage with Wendy. Ain't no judge, ain't no jury gonna make Wendy take care of a family that he has went and left the marriage and established. It's not going to happen. And that's why you have all these private investigators and all these people that's married that's looking to get out of a bad marriage. They hire private investigators so that they can prove that the person is cheating and not worthy, first of all, of not getting a divorce. And then secondly, not getting any profiting from the divorce. Wendy was nice enough to give him what she gave him. Okay? You got $1 million and some dollars. You got a severance package. I mean, my goodness, you get alimony. Let's go and sit down and let's get this over with. No, Kevin is not going to stop until all the money's gone. He done went through in a matter of years of over $1.2 million. Now he's dependent on the alimony. The alimony that Wendy is paying for him to be with another woman and take care of their kids. Come on now. That don't make sense to nobody. If you believe that, something's wrong with your brain. That is not right on no levels. He needs to go and take his family and take care of his family and find somebody else to bully, like Serena with her stupid self. The only reason she's still with him is because of the potential for money. The only reason she stayed with Kevin this long It's because of money. She has initiated so many different businesses that has failed. Nothing has stuck. If it did, her and Kevin wouldn't be in the position that they're in now. So you know what? It's time to look at it like it is. Kevin wants money. He wants to get the money by all means necessary, and very much like the money he's gotten from Wendy over the years. He bullied her out of it. While she was somewhere off using drugs, she was not paying attention or did not care, as long as Kevin was there to serve his purpose of propping her in that purple chair every single morning. And if you think Wendy did it by her own initiative, you're crazy and out of your mind. She couldn't pull herself away from whatever drug or alcohol she was doing. She couldn't do it. Addicts will use until there's nothing else left. And take it from me, I've had addiction issues. I'm still an addict. So I know what I'm talking about. So yeah, Kevin is mad because he's not getting his way like any bully. He's trying to all means, but see, the difference is he can't go through Wendy because Wendy can't even get money for her own son for college. Some people was like, leave the kids out of it, and he's got to go to college and make it. Yeah, he got to go to college. You think Wendy don't have a monthly stipend that's big enough for her to share with her son and make sure he's clothed and bathed and fed and housed? She could do that. My goodness. As far as him staying in a $1 million luxury apartment in college so he can showboat and he's grown as hell? No. Get financial aid. Get you an apartment off campus. Save your money. Live well with whatever your mom gives you. But be a man, because you're not going to be able to live on your mama's money forever. You got to get out there and make your own money. And that's why you're going to college. Being spoiled, this is only, you know what? And Wendy had a decision to make. Because being cut off from her money and getting a stipend for herself means she don't get a stipend for her grown son or Kevin. She knew what she was doing. Her son is going to be okay. He's well taken care of. If whatever he needs, he can go and stay with his mama and go to school. Why he got to go to school in Miami? Why do he have to have a luxury apartment? Why can't he live like any other student that's trying to make it in college? Why? Because he was accustomed to a lifestyle? Yeah, a lifestyle that he has as a minor, and a lifestyle that was provided for a minor by their parents. Now he's a grown man. He has to start learning how to be independent and establishing his own wealth. Who's to say that a parent has to take care of a kid well into their 40 and 50 years old? Get out and get your own money. But yeah, this is the state of it. He's going back to the trial. He's trying to initiate a second lawsuit, which is not smart because he's not going to win, number one. Number two, he's going to have to pay for his representation, his legal representation, which is costly. I'm sure he's not paying 2 cents to somebody that just got out of college. He's paying reputable lawyers that you have to pay money. The only reason they take in this case is because they believe that there's going to be a payoff at the end. When they see that it's not, any logical person, I am very skeptical of who's advising Kevin on this issue. Doesn't make sense. But yeah, you don't have to know people to know behavior. I was kind of upset, that people think that I'm talking about something and I don't know nothing about. Yeah, I do know something about it because I deal with drug addicts and people with mental health all day long for years. And I can't be of service to them unless I know what I'm talking about. Wendy initiated this guardianship so that Kevin, the bully, wouldn't bully her out of her money so that she won't have to take. She's very well with paying alimony. That's a drop in the bucket for her. What she ain't well with is the potential from Kevin to do what he's always done, which is manipulate and bully her out of her money. Just like he went through the little money he got, he'll just go through all of her money. Wendy gonna be well off. She's gonna be doing fine once she get Kevin out the way. She knew that wasn't gonna happen overnight because Kevin is money hungry. His own sister said that. He changed once he got with Wendy. That's his cash cow. But he wanted his cake and he wanted to eat it too. He wanted to have his outside affairs with men and women. And he wanted Wendy to pay the tab. How selfish and evil and deceitful and manipulative and methodical is that? He getting exactly what he deserved. And the bottom line is, no matter how he scratched his way to the top, okay, he's going to keep scratching. He ain't going to never scratch the surface of this. He's gone, they're divorced. She don't owe him nothing else. Period, point blank. With that, I'm going to say like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. And I love you guys. Holla. Bye.